Alright, you guys, I'm gonna give my quick thoughts on a movie here, and this is gonna be my quick thoughts on Henry Danger, the movie. Let's do this. When it comes to the original Henry Danger TV show, I admit I am not the biggest fan of the show to begin with. I do think there's some good stuff in there, like Jace Norman. There's some funny moments, but after a while, the show started becoming very full of itself and very childish by the final couple of seasons. But the first few seasons were decent enough. So it kind of hurts me having to say this as someone who went into this curious, and I know there's a lot of people who actually really do like this movie. This thing has an 81% Rotten Tomatoes, which I don't look at RT as such anymore, but I'm just gonna say that I was not the biggest fan of this movie. Now, is it a movie that I hate? Out of the movies that I've seen for worst of 2025, no. I just think this is a painfully average, generic superhero film from the Nickelodeon Paramount Plus. I do think there's good stuff here. I like Jace Norman in the cast. I do think the action is decent for what it is, and there's some interesting stuff that you got here when it comes to the villain and when it comes to the storyline here. I just think the biggest issue when it comes to the negatives is I feel like the pace of this movie is slow at times for under a short runtime. This felt like 2.5 hours. None of the character storylines is as interesting as I should have, aside from Henry and a few others. And yes, obviously the effects in this movie are terrible in this movie. It is a TV-made movie and direct streaming movie, so I should be a little more forgiving on it, and sometimes I am, but when it looks as bad as PlayStation 5 graphics or PlayStation 2 graphics, I'm going to say it. And also some of the humor just did not work for me in this movie. This is a reason why I just do a quick review of this here for my social media and such. Had I did a full-length review of this on my YouTube channel, which this will be uploaded to in a quick review fashion, I would have just had a lot more to say, but there's not really much here for me to recommend. I'll say this: if you are a fan of the Henry Danger character and you're a fan of Jace Norman, which I am, but I want him to do something better outside of Henry Danger and such, and it feels like he has been deprived of that, I would say give it a watch on Paramount Plus and Nickelodeon. Maybe you'll disagree with me, maybe you'll agree. But if you're expecting anything out of a great story for Henry Danger the movie or characters, you're not gonna get that. It's not awful, one of the worst movies ever. It's just not very interesting.